Hi, and thank you for watching this video on how to get your home sold. When selling your home, there's three things that you need to do in order to get it sold fast and for the highest dollar amount. Number one, pricing. Number two, conditioning. And number three, marketing. Let's talk about pricing first. When pricing your home, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your subdivision and take your subject home. Let's say it's 2,000 square feet. And you're going to want to take everything that is active, pending, and has sold in the past 6 months that are comparable. So you're going to want to use about 10 or 15 square feet in each direction. So you want to look at all the homes, maybe 1,700 square feet to 2,300 square feet. Actives are your competition. The buyers are going to be looking at these homes. Pending is because you're going to want to know what the buyers are putting under contract right now. And sold, of course, it doesn't do any good if it won't appraise. And that's the true determination of value, what the properties have sold for. You're going to have to know the market inside and out. You're going to need to know the days on the market. You're going to need to know how many price drops these homes have had, what the listing price started at, what the listing price dropped to before it got sold, and then when it got sold, what it dropped to after that. If you're hiring a real estate agent, and I'm assuming you are, you're going to need to hire an agent that is very experienced and really knows and understands the market, the real estate market in the area you're in. Not just the subdivision, but the whole city and whole area as well. The second thing you're going to do after you get that information, you're going to need to determine the value for your subdivision. Now, that isn't always easy because homes, unlike a pair of shoes or a loaf of bread, they don't just have a value. It's not like the home's just worth $183,000. It has a range. So the range might be, let's say your home's worth, let's just use an imaginary figure of $200,000. It may be worth really anywhere from $185,000 to $215,000, depending on stuff like the lot size, the finish out, the features, the upgrades, etc. So you're gonna get an idea in your subdivision. You're gonna need to look at all the homes, and you'll have a good idea what you think it's worth. Now, let's say you come back and you determine, well, your home is worth, let's just use $200,000 again. It's worth $200,000. Now you're going to need to go to the city and pull the same criteria for active homes in the city, comparable year built, square footage, etc., and pull up all the homes about 10% plus or minus. So from 180 to 220,000. You're going to have to put your buyer hat on, and you're now going to have to look through all those homes and pick the ones that you're most attracted to as a buyer. Now, there may be 5 of them, there may be 10 of them. Then you're going to want to go out with your real estate agent, if you have time, and you're going to want to look at all those homes and size up your competition. If you don't have time, I know a lot of people are busy, that's okay. You could drive by the homes at your own leisure and then look at all the pictures on a line and look through each one of them. Again, you're going to have to know the area statistics. What's the average days in the market? What's the average, price that it's dropping? What's the average price, the asking price to what it actually sold for? So there's a lot of variables you're really going to need to understand. This is critically important that you do your proper research. Don't just throw mud against the wall and guess, because if you price your home too high, statistically you will lose money. The longer it's on the market, the more money you will lose. The second is conditioning. You could either go out and put your home in the market and do nothing. A lot of people do that, but understand, if your home is not a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, then you're going to lose money. You need to get it as good as you could possibly get it, where it's looking really nice. I would hire either an interior decorator, or my favorite is a professional home stager. Now, for every dollar you spend, statistically you will get $5 back. So if you spend $1,000 sprucing up your home and getting it ready to sell, you're going to gain $5,000. The question is, how do you spend 2 to make 10, etc. But you'll want to do that. All my buyers or all my sellers, when I take a listing, I give them a conditioning booklet that is 90 ways. It's a step-by-step, room-by-room analysis on what they need to do to get their home sold. I've noticed that if people do all 90, they're going to get between $5,000 and $8,000 more. It's just amazing how important conditioning is. The third is marketing. If you're going to do this yourself, it's going to be very hard because you just don't have access to all the channels the real estate agents do, and probably the knowledge to where to advertise your home. But if you're going to be hiring a real estate agent, I would strongly recommend that they understand and have a comprehensive internet marketing plan and strategy. I can't tell you how important that is. Long gone are the days of open houses, flyers, looking in newspapers. Now buyers are sharp. They want to get their questions answered right away, and they want to get online. There's a lot of different channels. You can't just put your home on Realtor.com or the MLS and think you're going to get it sold. If that's all it took to sell homes, there wouldn't be companies like Keller, Williams, Remax, Century 21, Prudential. You're going to need to get someone who not only promotes your home on 1 or 2 websites or 1 or 2 dozen websites, but hundreds and preferably thousands of websites. And that includes multimedia websites, sites like YouTube and Rever, etc. Not to mention online classified advertising, places like Craigslist. There are thousands of them. So make sure you interview your agent really well, and make sure that they have a lot of online presence and really understand that. Any way you go, I wish you the best of luck. Have a great day.